You've all seen I do many mortises, and actually I've wanted a good set of mortise chisels for years, but a couple months ago I think I showed you this one that I purchased for cleaning up mortises, and this was just like a $16 set that actually just uses drill press mortise chisels and a plastic handle like that you screw in, and it was good for cleaning up the corners and stuff, but it really that's about all they're good for. So it really wasn't a mortise chisel. So I did some research, and I looked online, and I found that the Narex seems to make the most affordable chisels. They're not the best quality, but they're affordable and supposedly made from good steel. So I ordered this 8-piece set from Amazon, and in the end when it arrived, you can see it's actually two 3-piece sets there, and then just two individual chisels. So it really isn't a complete set. They put it together for Amazon, I guess, but it's pretty much the whole line of these mortise chisels that they make. So they arrived the next day just about. I was surprised how quick they shipped. They really do look nice. They feel pretty good in your hand and everything, and you can see they're a nice heavy square corner chisel. Now these are actually made in the Czech Republic, so they're not made in China. And I mean, all the reviews I've read basically say they're real nice steel, and you can see they've got a nice handle on them. They've got that steel ring around the outside there. They look to be well machined and stuff, but I'll show you in a couple minutes exactly what I ran into with them. So first I unwrapped those two, and they were put in a box, so they really couldn't have gotten damaged anyway. And then there were two sets of 3 each there. Now for some reason Amazon seemed to have the best price on this for a complete set, so I was real happy to find it there. And you can see it's I wound up getting a 4mm, 5mm, 6mm, 8mm, 10mm, 12mm, 14 and 16mm chisel. Now these are metric. It's the only way I could find them, so I may have to adjust my sizes a little bit, but that's not a problem for me. So I'm just gonna open up this other box here and let you take a look at them all. So it was actually it was $99 that I paid for this set, and it's a little bit over 12 bucks a chisel, so I didn't really feel it was that bad. There you can see they're all nicely ground. The handles all are they're really comfortable, and they're a nice heavy handle. They're not a little skinny thing. And there's pretty much what they all look like when I unpacked them. There you can see they got a nice metal reinforcing ring around them, and all the different widths there. So these are really going to be handy. Now the first thing that I noticed is that the about half of them, the end of the blade is nowhere near square. It's ground on an angle. So this was one of the things that I had read about. A lot of people complained about them not being flat and not being properly sharpened when you receive them. So this proved to me that they were right. Four out of the 8 were tapered side to side on when they were ground like that. So I don't know how you do that in the world of CNC equipment and stuff like that, but apparently it's that something was skewed when they did it. Now the other thing I heard a complaint about was, or I read a complaint about, was that the back is not flat. So I just got out my little flat diamond hone here, and I decided I'd just take a look, and I'm just going to do one for now to show you exactly what it looks like, but it definitely was not flat, I'll tell you that. So these chisels are going to take a little bit of work to get them worked out, and there you can see the across the face of it by the sharp edge is really flat and up a little bit, but there seems to be a twist right above that where it's ground. So that'll have to be honed out, and really it's not. It seems to be really nice steel that they're made out of. So that's not really a problem because, you know, you always have to work a little bit on a chisel anyway when you buy it. I'm just going to do a couple more passes, and this is with a fine diamond stone. Just to, you know, play with this one for now. And there you can see that, a couple more passes and it's almost gone, so, you know, it'll be easy to clean them up, I think. At least this one. I'll see the rest when I get around to sharpening them. So I just, you know, I just hit that one on the diamond stone a little bit, and I really didn't have it sharp, but I was just playing here to see exactly how they feel in the handle and everything else, and you know, it's really definitely comfortable. So once they get it sharpened properly, you can see it's a nice big handle that you can grab onto and you know, hold, and don't worry about the hammer hitting you or anything. So, and it is a chisel that's a you know, it's a very wide, stiff, heavy chisel there too, so it absorbs the impacts nice. So a little bit of sharpening, and this definitely, I think it'll definitely be a good chisel. And everything I've read about the steel quality of these, it's good. I just honed it just a little bit more across the water stone, and you can see it started sharpening right up there. So it's not going to be a problem. I'll just have to spend a little time. Now, one of the things on them I noticed was the handles had some kind of a oil coating on them or something like that, but it seemed to have soaked in pretty good. So I'm just gonna take and put a couple coats of this Johnson wax on the handles to actually seal them up a little bit better. I usually put that on all my wooden handles and new tools anyway, but you know, just a quick coat of this, and I just use a 4/0 steel wool there, and you can see it sealed it right up, and made it look a little bit shinier there. So I'll throw one more coat on them all, and you know, those rings seem to be on there pretty good. That was one of the complaints I heard, but mine seem to be on there good, and you can see they polish up nice here. There's an old one to compare. So a couple coats of wax, and you know, it'll be all set to go and protected well, I think. Now, the two that were individual actually had these stickers on them, and they were a little bit of a pain to get the I got the labels off, but then I had to use a little bit of that adhesive remover to get the stickiness off before I put wax on them. I don't know why people put stickers like that on when they could just laser engrave the number in it. And I dragged out my Makita wheel here, and this is what I'm going to use to flatten them and sharpen them all now, I guess, because it's a little more than I want to do by hand. So during the week this week, I'll set everything up, and you know, I've got a couple different grits of whetstone. You see, you can set that guide right there at the perfect angle you want, and it'll only take me a couple seconds to square them up, clean them up, and I won't do any damage to the heat treatment with the water wheel. And then I just wanted to see how the metal looked when I hit it on my king stone there, and see what the other face looked like on this one. And that's a king water stone. That one's 1,000 grit, and you can see the same thing. It's not flat. There's a actual bow in that one too, so that's where the Makita will clean it up good. And I went through them all, and you can pretty much see right here, this is you know, first one I tried, and I tried all the rest of them, but you know, they really, none of them were that super sharp to start out with. Actually, here's some more. Here's where I went through them all, and you know, they all do need touching up. So don't expect to get a fully sharpened, ready to use chisel if you get these. But you know, overall, they really feel good. The metal seems to be well made. The handles are well made. They all seem to be indexed well and stuff. So I'm real happy with the set, and it'll be really be a great addition to the shop with all the mortises I do. And for now, I stuck them all of them in the boxes. There was room to stick one more in each box, so you know, they 8 do fit in the boxes until I get a chance to build a little chest for it. Now my bench is all finished, and I'll be doing the final video on that as soon as Amazon gets me the knobs that they lost on me. So they should be here this week, and I'll finish that up, and you can see that's all ready to go, and getting my shop all cleaned up, and getting ready to start some more projects here. So I just thought I'd share, you know, exactly what these chisels look like when they arrived and the condition they're in, and you know, what I think about them as a first impression here. And I'll get them sharpened up, and I'll be using them in future videos. I'll put a link in the description if anybody's interested. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.